So now comes you working with Ritik. As you said, a lot of talks, and okay, basically the talk about Ritik is how difficult it is to make him happy. So as a director, because I already had the interview with Ritik, the way they praising your work, it was very interesting that it looked like there was a great relationship between you and Ritik, and he was saying how you made this thing, you made him so comfortable. How do you do that? I mean, what happened? How was working with Ritik? Is it really the way he's talking is true, or he was just trying to be nice? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think, yeah, all this, even I had heard a lot of stories, you know, before working with Ritik, that he's very perfectionist and takes a lot of time. But, you know, I think I'm very lucky from the first day, we had an amazing rapport. We had a great working relationship, and it's very rare. I never had this with any actor. If I'm thinking anything in my head, he will look into my eyes, he knew what exactly I want to say. Before I could say, you know, Ritik, I want this. So I think by the end of the film, there was amazing chemistry, and there was amazing, our wavelengths were absolutely, you know, coinciding with each other, and he's an amazing actor. We just kept everything real, and, you know, we just didn't want anything fake and unreal in the film. That's what I did. I didn't want any expression, any pauses, any look which is not coming from inside. And I just maintained that all throughout the film, and it's very easy to do that. Feeling and acting is easier than acting. So I think, and that's what all the actors did, and it was we just took it very easy. I'm not a crazy guy, perfectionist, and looking into details. I think
more into reality stuff. Yeah. I've seen you work, so it's interesting because most of the time directors change on the set. You know, they become, you know, mean and tough. But I've been there, and I really enjoyed watching because I've been on other sets. But when I was on Kite set and watching you guys working, I really, truly did enjoy that. Yeah. And hopefully in his next movie, maybe, I will say the same thing. I'm just kidding. So tell me, working with Barbara, someone who came to your life that didn't, I remember the first day that you guys were meeting, she couldn't even speak English.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there, and now she speaks perfect English. I mean, not perfect, but good enough.
Yeah.
And again, the same thing, praising you, and I was just wondering, how did you deal with her on the set? No Hindi, no English. What kind of language did you use for this woman?
It was really great because, you know what, I remember her the day we met with her, the second day I was narrating. No, a day prior to that, I think I narrated her the film. And it was 4-hour long narration, Lida. It was 4.5 hour long narration.
Wow.
Me using a lot of hands while talking and gestures and talking very slowly, trying to explain. She would get some things that she will not get. I have to rewind again, start narrating. But she would get each and every emotion of the film. You know, I could see tears in her eyes when
she couldn't get frustrated
and all that. And then I realized this is the film is all about. This is the love story, you know, about communicating with each other and trying to know. And while I was narrating, I was just keeping my finger crossed she should say yes, because this is the girl I want. Before narrating her, I was not very sure. I had not met her personally, but that was all the film all about.
Tears in her eyes, but she could act.
She could act, and she was a perfect casting for the film. And I knew if she is a part of the film, all the scenes will become real and organic. I don't have to do anything. I didn't do anything in the film, so I knew she's the girl, and I knew if she becomes part of my film, all my scenes, the whole film will become very real and organic. I will not have to do anything.
I love the word you use, organic.
Yeah.
This movie, when you see it, that's it, organic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what the chemistry was. It was
Yeah.
really organic.
Yeah.
And my job, I'm glad that, you know, they said they're praising me, but you know what I did was to capture their chemistry. My job in the film is really overrated. I didn't do anything. I just shot their chemistry in the best possible way. That's what I did.
Well, you made that chemistry for them, because usually, how do you know there is a chemistry unless you make it happen, you put them together, you pick the
But that was
right
just the
face.
initial 1 week exercise. That's it. I had to just get them there, and the chemistry happened on the screen, and then they knew it. For the whole film, it was a smooth journey after that.
You know, right now with what you just said, you gave so much hope to all those people of different countries, the stars of different countries, that nothing is impossible in Bollywood. You can come to Anurag Basu. If you don't speak it, he will make it real happen. It will be a reality movie. You gotta come up with some ideas of reality shows for people who love to come to Bollywood and do something in Bollywood and be exposed. You know, I'm one of those people that really does admire your work. I love your work. And Kites, everybody's waiting, especially what has happened in Kites for the first time, that Hrithik is singing. It's just has become like a bombshell everywhere. How did they say Anu made Hrithik sing?
It was always inside him. There is a big singer inside him. It's in his genes. I had to just bring it out.
We didn't know that.
And if I wouldn't have done it, somebody else would have done it. But I'm glad that, you know, I did it, and I'll always be credited to do that. But in fact, he's a great singer. If not this film, maybe later, 2, 3 films later, he would have sung, because he's a great singer.
But how did you know he can sing? Just because of the way he was talking?
No.
Or maybe because in private he was mumbling and you heard?
No, he was singing. One of the parties, actually, me, my wife, Barbara, we all were there, and he started singing. He started singing one of the songs from Yaran, I remember. He started singing, and he was good. He was really good. And then I had this, and I really didn't want to have a playback voice on his face. And which really, you know, most of the time I don't shoot us singing with typical Bollywood song. I cannot shoot it comfortably. So I thought maybe, you know what, I requested Hrithik, you know, why don't you sing that song? He said, are you mad or what? Well, then, no, Hrithik, let's do it, let's try, give it a try. And
But he agreed.
No, he didn't completely agree. He delayed the recording 10 days.